Don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself. Did you hear me? Because let me say it again. Don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself. Let me tell you something, okay? The more you try and control something, the more it ends up controlling you. Who do I think I am to give you this advice? It's because I'm a complete control freak. Like, completely. I want to be in control of everything. And it is my absolute downfall, right? It's a good thing, but it is also a bad thing. And I think it's more a bad thing than it is good. Because if you try and control something, then it ends up controlling you. If you try and control how another person is treating you, that's going to end up controlling you. It's a waste of time. Think of you in front of this puzzle and you've got this last piece and it's not fitting. You're just going to have to make peace with the fact that you have gone through that whole puzzle and you've done all of that hard work just for it to not work out. Is not the right piece. It cannot work. It cannot. And that's the same thing with like people and friends and everything in your life, right? Maybe you work so hard on something and then you get to the very end and it doesn't work out. That doesn't mean everything is bad and life is horrible and you're never going to feel happy again. It's just something that was right for you in that phase, and then at the very end it wasn't meant to be. It didn't work out. I feel like all of us can relate to potentially in the past exaggerating your place in somebody's life, which in turn ends up breaking your own heart, you know? I'm not even talking about just relationships. I'm just saying, like, you need to stop being afraid of losing people and be more afraid of losing yourself. I just couldn't imagine myself changing myself around other people. I think I would just end up so depressed and losing my mind because I'd be suppressing the person that I am on the inside. Who is Luma? What does she like to do? What are her hobbies? How does she feel about the world? How does she feel about things? I feel like I can get along with a lot of people, okay? In my last YouTube video, this is so amazing. It really gave me goosebumps. I was reading all the comments and you guys are from so many different countries. Oh my God, I was shocked. I love it. Like, I just was thinking to myself, oh my God, I could get along with so many people in so many different countries. Like, I could be friends with so many of you that live in so many different places, that come from so many different cultures. I'm just not a judgmental person. Like, I love all cultures. I want to be friends with everybody. In the same way that I can be friends with everybody, I feel like it's easy for me to romanticize people and to meet someone and be like, oh, you're such a lovely person, like you could be a great partner. At least in the past, I was like this. And I know some of you guys would be like this too. And the fact is, you have to just take your emotions out of things sometimes and look at things on paper. Almost like if you describe this person on paper, are they the perfect match for you to make you happy? Like that perfect match? Or are you just going to break your own heart by convincing yourself that this person needs to fit your life and you need to find a way to make it work? Because you know what happens in the end? You lose yourself trying to keep this person. Fun fact about me, I love my fluids, okay? I'm such a big fluids person. And my drink, I don't know if you guys have cha time overseas. I don't know, do people like, there's bubble tea everywhere, but my drink is a large peach black tea with 30% sugar and rainbow jelly and ice, always ice. Amazing. I love the rainbow jelly. I love chewing the jelly. I feel like people do this all the time, where maybe they meet someone and the story is a little bit crazy. They're like, oh, we met at the most perfect timing, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then when it doesn't work out, they're paralyzing themselves because they're thinking, oh my God, I met this person in such a crazy way. It needs to work out. Otherwise, who am I going to meet? That's a limiting belief. We've spoken about this in the past, limiting beliefs. Here's an example of a limiting belief. This person doesn't want to be my friend anymore. I will never find a friend like them ever again. I'm useless, and it just means that no one wants to be friends with me. You know why I'm smiling? Because it's funny. It's funny. If that person doesn't want to be your friend, you should be so excited for the new friends that are going to come into your life. You know what I mean? You never lack. You just transition. That is something that I always say that I love. I never lack. I just transition. If you leave me, I have learned now how to pick myself up and find even better. You are going to be a fucking flashback. What does Jhené Aiko say in that song? Bounced on his ass, turned that boy into a flashback. The fuck? You think I'm gonna sit there crying over you constantly? No, not in this lifetime. I don't believe in paralyzing myself over this concept and idea that this one person is the only person that could ever bring color into my life. Wild behavior. I refuse, because it's not acceptable to think like that. So if you're thinking like that and you're worried and you feel that sense of urgency to keep someone and you're really worried about losing them, then you need to stop, because there is something wrong and something we need to work on here. You have some type of unacknowledged insecurity within yourself and we need to fix that. There's a scale, right? And both people, whether you're friends or dating, whatever it is, both people need to respect each other. Respect is so big, you guys. Have you ever been friends with somebody that you just don't really respect that much? And it's like, not even because they're a bad person. Maybe they make bad decisions for themselves. Maybe they make you cringe a little bit and you're just kind of like, why do you do that shit? You know what I mean? Like, why do you keep running back to that guy when he clearly treats you bad? Then you sort of like lose respect for them. And maybe that makes you feel guilty, but it's inevitable. Then the scale is tipped and you start feeling a type of way around them. You start being more snappy, more rude, more resentful. And it's the same with partners, like relationships. If you're dating someone and they're just a mad bum and all they do is sit around bumming it, they never buy you flowers, they never do anything for you, they're literally just there, you're not gonna respect them. You're gonna treat them like shit and you guys will have problems because the scale is tipped and one of you doesn't respect the other and you're just breaking your own heart trying to convince yourself that this person deserves a place in your life. Wild behavior. You're just hurting yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you cannot force things. That is something that I have learned. So when people ask me, do you think that you and your partner are gonna get married? Bitch, I don't know. I fucking hope so. I don't want to be out there on the streets. But like, I cannot help how I might feel in 5 years' time or how he might feel. Maybe one day I wake up, I hope this never happens, but like, things have changed. Maybe he's not, and I don't think this will happen because he's very much the opposite of this, but maybe he just becomes lazy and he quits his job and he's sitting around and he doesn't want to do anything. If you're sitting around bumming it, I'm going to lose attraction to you and we cannot be together because I will not respect you the same way that I respected you once before. Why would you break your own heart trying to make space for this person to fit into your life when there are so many other people out there that you will respect, love, and learn from and grow with, rather than this person that's course has ended in your life? You understand? And no, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. I'm not just sitting here being like, live, laugh, love. So we have the way we feel emotionally and then how we feel rationally. That's why I always try and step back and I always say, write the situation down on paper. Take your emotions out of it. I'm going to open up to you about something. I feel like I have an anxious attachment style. I feel like I have relationship anxiety. If you don't know what that is, Merry Christmas to you. So glad you don't experience it. I have this constant fear that who I am with is going to get up and look at me in the eyes and be like, I don't like you anymore, and just leave. I know some of you feel that too, okay? So when I get these questions from you guys being like, how do you deal with relationship anxiety? Well, when you figure it out, you let me know. What I have learned through trying to deal with my relationship anxiety and going to therapy about it, reading a lot about it, is I am a controlling person. I want to feel like I'm in control. But in relationships, you cannot be in control. And the more you focus on the fact that you cannot be in control and the things that might distract you from that so that you can kind of let go of the control and live more in the moment, the more you will enjoy your relationship. I just choose to make myself busy. If he's going out, I know I'm going to feel anxious about it. I always do. I'm sorry, that's just how I am. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, You feel anxious when your boyfriend goes out and stuff? Yes, I do. Yes, I sit here and give you guys advice and I built this whole community of people and I give you pep talks. I am a human being. I have flaws. The reason I've made this channel is because I struggle with things. And so anyway, but I have learned to deal with how I feel and I'm rational and I always write things down on paper and it's like, okay, he's going out. He's a good boyfriend. If he wanted to cheat, he would. It doesn't matter where he is. It doesn't matter what career he's in. If he wanted to, he would. So if he is going to do something bad, he's going to do it. And me sitting here, pacing like this, back and forth, checking his location, worrying about what he's doing, is not going to do anything for me or the situation. It doesn't make it any better or worse. It's just a waste of my time. What can you do in that time to make yourself feel better? What I usually do is I make plans too. If I know he's gonna go out, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll go out too. It's a perfect opportunity for me to go out with my friends as well. It's not like on some, oh, you're going out, I have to go out. No, it's like we spend a lot of time together. So if you're gonna make plans with your friends, I'm gonna make plans with my friends. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I sit at home and I edit and stuff like that. You know, I do emails, whatever, but I'll just make plans with my friends and then I'm not thinking about it. And then we're both having a nice time away from each other. Then we miss each other. And when we come back together, we're like so happy to see each other. It's a win-win situation. I used to be very intimidated by confident people because confident people are attractive. And then when I became one, I don't feel intimidated when I meet somebody that can take a risk when I meet somebody that is in their dream career and is happy with their life and has good relationships, they are somebody that is attractive to me. Like, I want to be your friend, because everyone else is just so victim of life average. I don't want that. I don't want that average energy around me. You ever hung out with people and they're so boring and it's just like, you feel bad about yourself because you're like, why? I'm not fitting in with this group. No, you are too big and too colorful for them. So get the fuck out of that situation, okay? But anyway, what I was gonna say is, I find it inspiring when somebody is independent. And so you should work on being like that too. Because if you're independent, right? If you're dating someone, but you still make time for your friends, you still go on girls' trips, you save your money and you go overseas and see the things that you wanted to see before you even started dating this person, they are less likely to get up and just leave you one day, because you are somebody that inspires them. You're gonna get sick of something if you have it 24/7 in front of you. If you gave me this drink every single day, I mean, I do have this drink almost damn near every day. But really though, if you put that drink in front of me every single day, I will get sick of it. It's the way the world works. It's the way we work. If you're with your partner every single day and they are nagging you, they're like scared to lose you, they control you, you're gonna get the ick. You're not gonna wanna be with them. Sooner or later, you guys are gonna break up. So if you want to save your friendships, your relationship, if you want to be attractive, be independent. You need to sit down and write down your goals on paper. I do this all the time. I manifest everything that I want all the fucking time, okay? This is what I want for 2024. I want to go to America. I actually do. Want to go on a big trip to the States. I want to see New York. I want to do this. I want to start a podcast. I want to do that. This is separate to my partner. Yes, I'm in a relationship and we have a great relationship, but I have my own goals. I was my own person before we started dating. I don't have to do everything with him. Maybe I want to go on a girls' trip. He doesn't have to come with me everywhere. Like, hello, I want to do my own things. I don't want to resent him and spend 24/7 with him. And then one day, one of us wakes up and is like, bitch, I've lost myself. Like, all I do is hang out with you and we don't do our own thing. That's not healthy. That's how you're going to just lose that person. Stop. I am more afraid of not doing things because of a relationship. And I think that's healthy, because in turn, it makes my partner more attracted to me, because I chase my dreams and I'm my own person. If you pull something, you're just pushing them away. But if you push back and you're working on yourself, they'll always be there. You will be their Roman Empire. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't mean this in a vain way. And if you take this as me being up myself, go ahead, doll, go off. But I'm telling you, I don't mean this in a vain way. But I know for a fact that everyone I've ever dated thinks about me to this day. I know it, okay? I know it. I know for a fact that they lurk on my YouTube and my Instagram and they watch my shit and they care. I'm not saying they want to date me. Maybe they're in other relationships. They'll never get over me because I am independent. Always have been, always will be. I'm not that ex that you stalk and you're like, ooh, her boyfriend's kind of, she downgraded. No, it's only up from here. I never lack. I transition. Like I said before, I don't lack. That's how it is. Take it or leave it. Do you want to be the 10% of people in this world that just keep being resilient and moving forward, or the other 90% that is just so victim of life? Here's my sob story. Am I going to sit around here holding it on my shoulder like I'm Santa with a big sack, being like, this is my sad story? No, I just keep transitioning. I keep going up. And I know for a fact that I am these clowns' Roman Empire for life. For life. Because I am independent and they know they'll never find another one like me. I'm not saying I'm the prettiest. I'm saying I'm independent. And that is something that is attractive and that is something that is unforgettable, because that means that these people that try and play you when you bounce on them, they know. They'll always sit there feeling like, oh, she really did that. She just moved on. She did all the things she said she was going to do. If I tell you that I'm going to go to New York this year, bitch, I'm going. And that's something that the people in my life know. And I think that's why they want to stay friends with me. She is a doer. When she says something, she does it. There's no cap here. When I say it, I'm on the way to doing it. That is today's pep talk. Don't be afraid of losing that person. Be afraid of losing yourself in the process of keeping them. But I hope you guys liked today's pep talk. I feel like this was a pretty good pep talk. Usually that's the case when I don't have any notes and I'm just kind of speaking about things. But yeah, I hope you guys liked today's video. I am so excited to read your comments about what you guys think about me starting a podcast. If you have any requests or anything, I already have a name. I'm going to get some nice lighting and cameras, and I have a co-host for some of my podcast episodes. She is amazing. She is so funny. She has such good advice. I'm excited. I'm so excited for 2024, and I love you guys so very much, and I will see you guys in my